Hello friends, welcome to today's lecture Stiffness Matrix Method. Myself, Mr. Y. S. Patil, Department of Civil Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yetrao. So basically, stiffness method it is a displacement method. In last lecture, we discussed about flexibility method, and in this lecture, we are discussing about stiffness method. What is the basic difference between stiffness method and flexibility method? Flexibility method is a force method. Means what? You applied unit force and whatever the deflection occurs due to that unit load, that deflection we calculated. And in this displacement method or the stiffness method, we consider unit displacement, and for that unit displacement whatever the force required, that force we calculated. This is the basic difference between stiffness method and flexibility method. Let us see. So stiffness matrix or stiffness method is matrix form of a slope and deflection method. Primary unknowns are displacement at the joints. The number of unknown displacement at joint is equal to kinematic indeterminacy. In last lecture, in flexibility, we consider static indeterminacy. In stiffness method, we consider kinematic indeterminacy. Then the stiffness coefficient Sij is defined as the force developed at coordinate I due to unit displacement at coordinate J. See here, what is it meant by stiffness coefficient? It is defined as the force developed at coordinate I due to unit displacement at coordinate G. So let us see, this is a cantilever beam applied X point load at the free end. Due to that point load, the beam deflect like this. So deflection is D. So deflection is equal to FL cube upon 3EI. Now consider deflection D is a unit, that is 1. So it become equation is F is equal to 3EI upon L cube. So stiffness coefficient S is used to express the force developed due to the unit displacement, that is S. S is equal to 3EI upon L cube. This much force required to generate a unit displacement. So properties of the stiffness coefficient, properties of stiffness matrix. First, stiffness matrix is a square matrix of order n by n, where n is equal to degree of kinematic indeterminacy. It is a symmetric matrix, that is Sij is equal to Sji. Third, stiffness coefficient Sij is force developed at I due to unit displacement at J. If the force developed and displacement in direction is same, then consider positive, otherwise negative. This is the most important properties, or you should understand. If the force developed and displacement direction is same, then consider positive, otherwise negative. Means both directions are displacement and force are same, then consider positive, otherwise it will be negative. The diagonal matrix always positive. And last one, the for stable equation structure, the stiffness matrix is non-singular, that is S is not equal to 0. Then development of stiffness matrix. For the development of stiffness matrix, following procedure is adopted. First, assign coordinate number to unknown displacement. Second one, to impose restraint, that is consider fixity in all coordinate direction, that is you consider fixed beam for each part of the beam. Third, to generate first column of stiffness matrix, allow unit displacement at coordinate 1 in restrained structure and determine the force developed in each of the coordinate direction. Fourth one, to generate second column of stiffness matrix, allow unit displacement at coordinate 2 in restrained structure and determine the force developed in each of the coordinate direction. In similar way, generate all the columns of stiffness matrix. The size of stiffness matrix is n by n, where the n is equal to degree of kinematic indeterminacy of the structure. In general of the coefficient stiffness matrix Sij is force developed at coordinate I due to unit displacement at coordinate j. So let us see one example. Develop of stiffness matrix with reference to given coordinate system. So this is a simply supported beam at point C. They are mentioning two coordinates, that is one is a moment and second one is a point load. Moment is a clockwise direction, point load is a downward direction. To develop stiffness matrix with reference to the coordinate shown in figure, first is required to impose. To generate first matrix of stiffness matrix, allow displacement, that is rotation, that is our first is a rotation moment at coordinate 1 and determine the force developed at each coordinate of the direction. Means we required now a rotational moment acting on point C, and due to rotation the beam is deflect like this, and this is the unit rotation, that is displacement is 1, that is theta is equal to 1, theta is equal to 1. Now I want to generate first column of the matrix, that is SY1 is force developed at 1 due to unit displacement at 1. So this is the rotation. So what is it? Force, that is 3 EI by L for that AC portion, and second one is for that BC portion is 3 EI by L. So see here, the direction of the moment is clockwise and the displacement also clockwise. So that's why both are in same direction. So it consider positive, that is 3 EI by L. See here, in this direction, the direction of the moment is clockwise and rotation with respect to this AC portion is also clockwise. So both directions are same. So it becomes also positive. So L is for that AC is 3 and BC is 6. So it becomes 3 EI by 3 plus 3 EI by 6 is equal to 9 EI by 6. It becomes 1.5 EI. So this is the first column. Then next S12, that is force developed at 2 due to unit displacement at 1. So it becomes apply a unit rotation due to unit displacement, that is theta 1. For that one, what is the force developed at 2? So it required like this. This is a downward force, this is a upward force. So it becomes 3 EI upon L square, and that is 3 EI upon 6 square and 3 EI upon 3 square. See here, this 3 A upon 3 square direction is upward, and this 3 A upon L6 square, that is direction is upward, downward, and the coordinate number 2 is moving in a downward direction. So if the force is going downward, it consider positive, force going upward, it considers a negative. So it becomes minus 3 EI upon 3 square plus 3 EI upon 6 square. So value of this S12 is minus 0.25 EI. So this is the first column of stiffness matrix. Then second, to generate second column of stiffness matrix is allow unit displacement, that is deflection now at 2. Means we require now vertical displacement, that is delta is equal to 1 at coordinate number 2. So for delta is equal to 1, S12 is force developed at 1 due to unit displacement at 2. Means for this 1 unit displacement, what is the required of the moment produced at coordinate number or that point C, that is 3 EI by L square, and 3 EI by L square for this AC and for this BC part. See here, the direction of the force is downward and rotation is anti-clockwise. So it becomes minus 3A upon L square plus 3A upon 6 square. So S12 is minus 0.25 EI. Similar way S22, force developed at 2 due to unit displacement at 2. So that is 3A upon L square plus 3A upon 6 square. Both forces are going downward direction, deflection also in downward direction. So it will be all positive values. So it become 0.125 EI. This is the S22. So this is a stiffness matrix, that is S is equal to EI, S11, S12, S21, S22. EI is a constant term. So final stiffness matrix becomes 1.5 minus 0.25 minus 0.25 plus 0.125. Let us see one more example to how to generate stiffness matrix. To generate a stiffness matrix for a beam as shown in figure with reference to coordinate as shown in figure. So this is a continuous beam at two ends are rollers or two supports are roller support and one end is fixed. And coordinates are at one, that is A is moment, and at B is also is moment. So restrain the beam at A and B, that is consider fixed support. To generate first column of the stiffness matrix to allow the unit displacement at 1 as shown in figure. I want to generate first column of the matrix, so apply a unit rotation at A. Due to that unit rotation, what is the effect on the beam? That is, at A is a moment, that is 4 EI by L, and at the B, that is counterbalance moment, is 2 EI by L. So S11 is equal to force at 1 due to displacement at 1. So that is force is developed in direction of the moment is clockwise and rotation moment also clockwise, that is positive 4 EI by L, and that L becomes 3. Then S21, that is force at 2. See here, this is the second coordinate. So force at 2 due to unit displacement at 1. That is 2 EI by L, and that is 2 EI upon 3. This is the first column of the matrix. Second, to generate second column of stiffness matrix to allow unit displacement at 2 as shown in figure. So apply a rotational displacement, that is 1, theta is equal to 1, theta is equal to 1. Separate this AB and this BC part. First, consider this AB, that is S12 is a force developed at 1 due to displacement at 2. So first our is, this is the rotation, is coordinate number 1, this is the coordinate number 2. Means due to this rotation, what are the force developed in coordinate number 1 that required to find. So this is the theta is equal to 1. So it becomes 4 EI by L for at the B point and 2 EI by L at the A point. So force developed at 1 due to unit displacement at 2, it becomes 2 EI by L, that is 2 EI by 3. Then next S22, that is force developed at 2 due to unit displacement at 2. This is coordinate number 2, and coordinate number 2 is between that A and C. Means due to this unit displacement at B, the deflection part occurs in AB part and BC part also. So it becomes two parts, that is first one is a 4 EI by L for this BC and 4 EI by L for that AB. So force developed at 2 due to unit displacement at 2 is 4 EI by L, that is 3 for this AB part, plus 4 EI by L, that is 4 for that BC part. So simplifying this equation, we get 7 EI by 3. So this is the second column of stiffness matrix. Hence stiffness matrix is S is equal to S11, S12, S21, S22 is equal to EI upon 3 is a constant term, take outside of the bracket. So 4, 2, 2, 7. This is the stiffness matrix. Thank you.